Welcome to part 2 of Battle of Britain on the Allied side, and there the plane that I just jumped out of managed to go in for a smooth landing without a pilot. So that's going to be a nice hint to the other side that there's an intruder among them. Of course, anytime you see a empty plane icon kind of askew like that, you know that someone's bailed out and they're just here to cause trouble. I kind of like sneaking around behind the hangars. There's a lot of people spawning in a lot of different places over on the front side of the hangar area. And when you're trying to base camp, you really want to get good control of knowing where the people are spawning in so they don't spawn in right in behind you and shoot you in the back. But unfortunately, that really can't be avoided on this spawn area. The best you can really hope for, I think, is to go inside one of the hangars. They can still spawn in some unexpected locations, but generally speaking, you're going to have a much better view. And at least it minimizes the number of angles they can attack you from in your blind spot. And I'm assuming that guy probably spawned in further back inside the hangar. And because I couldn't see him, he had a pretty clear shot there. The other method that you can use when you're spawn camping that area is to just keep on moving and as often as you can just jump into the planes that you find. Or you can use the planes as cover. Of all the different places on this map, on the Allied side where you can spawn in and try to get a plane, I think the location that I spawned in, taking the Jeep, is probably the most reliable. You're always going to want to get a Jeep because there are no spawn points right next to the hangars. A lot of people will spawn in at the factory, but if someone takes a Jeep where you happen to spawn further away from the Jeep, it takes a lot longer, and you have to cross a bridge, which is a common location for enemy planes to shoot up the Jeeps. And I've got a nice plume of black smoke following me. I'm at the absolute minimum level of health, so definitely don't expect me to do any kind of strafing runs on the airfield. It's just going to be a very simple bailout. It looks like that blue guy over there is in a common sniping position right over by a bunker near the ammo crate. I didn't even want to risk dealing with the potential for a flak gun shooting at me with that little health. And that blue kill indicator for a Ju-88A is a German heavy bomber plane that somehow managed to get captured by an Allied soldier. The trickiest part about base camping, I find, is trying to find a space to reload your weapon in between kills. It's always useful to have the medic kit as much as you can. And I was out of bullets in my pistol, so that kind of defeated the purpose of it. There's just so many people spawning in. Now you can get a partial angle with this gun. Unfortunately, you can't back it up and get a full angle of fire on the right side because there's a big box, there's a big crate in the way. You can get a good angle on some of the stuff on your left as well as the flak gun to your right, which spawns some people but not all. And as they head toward me, once again I forgot about that pistol out of ammo. Oh, this poor guy managed to get behind him. If you've got a close plane, you can potentially knock down the plane, but... And that guy tried to hit me with the X-Packs, very common trick. But the metallic clank of the X-Packs landing at the ground really gives it away. I'm going to see if I can use this plane as kind of a shield while I'm reloading. By the way, these guns on the Ju-88s, they don't have any overheating. You can just lay on them, just like a flak gun. trick with them is that it continues to be difficult to lead your target just right unless they're close by. That stupid pistol, man. I wish I'd found some time to reload that thing, but if you're going to reload a weapon, it may as well be your actual submachine gun, so... Let's see if I can take down this Ju-88 with the gun. Getting a lot of hits on it. I'm surprised it hasn't burst into flames by now. Okay, yeah, they can shoot you when you're in the gun position there. There may be some kind of countermeasure in the programming to prevent you from blowing up those heavy bombers with a gun. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm pretty sure that I would have landed enough hits there to destroy it. And the Germans are now down to 48 tickets and bleeding. It's interesting. I'm just going to have to assume here that they're completely disorganized. I know we were causing a lot of mayhem over at their main base, but it's never enough to just stop them if they're being pretty competent. So I would guess that maybe they were going for some of the radar towers. Maybe they were spreading out, some people attacking the factory, some not. But we've still got so many spawn points open at this stage in the game. Well, someone in the chat says Allies rock, but I think it's more likely that this is an unforced error here. The Germans, if they're going to lose this, and it looks like they may well lose. Alright, we're down to, I think, yeah, 2 radar towers now. And probably the factory still. Wow, almost crashed there. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can do a lot of barrel rolling on this. Just keep on flying. But the Germans, I don't know what their problem was. That guy's still sitting there, but one bomb will do him in. Someone's named GamerGuy315. There's no relation to me. It could be someone who was watching the videos from before and mimicked it, but sometimes you'll see people with numbers after their name anyway. There are no unique names on this game. There's no way to register your name or anything like that. It's really insulting, I have to admit, to use the flak guns in the German main base against the German planes, but the fact that there aren't even Germans flying around this area really indicates some of their problem. They should be focusing on their targets, but looks like this is going to be a rare British victory on the map. Totally the Germans' fault, though. There's no way that I'm going to make it over to the German main base before the tickets run out, but it would be interesting to be able to watch and see what the Germans did wrong here, aside from not going after the factory at the beginning of the map. A lot of jeeps in here. There's probably at least one enemy, but that'll do it for Battle of Britain on the Allied side. The Germans managed to mess this one up, I guess. Stay tuned for the next episode.